Good morning, everybody. This is Washboard Jim, the singing day trader. Today, I want to kind of talk about how I studied GBR last week and one of the two moving averages I used as a buy signal and a sell signal. On this chart right here, I have GBR set up. They come up on my watch list for one thing. I have an ascending triangle scan that I call it the room scan, and I go over these on a daily basis, but GBR was on top of the list. So as I pull this up to a 1-year chart, we can tell definitely that it's a pump and some dumping going on, but it's running up off halfway decent news, good news, and it's a very high momentum play right now, and probably will catch people's attention next week. So I have it definitely on top of my watch list, and I'm going to break it down to the moving averages that I have are a 50-day and a 200-day SMA. The green one is the 50-day and the orange one is the 200-day. And every time I get a crossover, somewhat like this right in here, it's called a golden cross, where the 200-day passes up over the 50-day passes up over the 200-day and creates a buy signal. Same as when the 50-day crosses down, it's a sell signal. And I'm going to pull this up to a 5-day, 5-minute chart. And as you see, we had the 50-day SMA crossover the 200 SMA and started an uptick, and there we went. We went off to the races, and this was Thursday. And once that 50-day SMA started to go downward, it went into a sell-off pattern. So this is on a 5-day, 5-minute, and when it crossed the line, that's when I started getting interested in it and started looking for supports or stability or a consolidation. And this stock here is price or volume over action by this time, because it's heavily past its rotator cup on the rotation list of shares that are floated. So once the 50-day SMA started to curl up, there was another buy signal created. And I'm going to bring this down to where you can see it better on a 1-minute daily. As this crossover started right here, that's when I would have probably got in and bought this thing at around 258. Or previously, if I'd seen some volume blocks coming in, I'd have probably got in a lot sooner, because I know that this is a momentum play and it will run up to yesterday's previous highs. So once the 50-day SMA crossed over the 200, that was when to get in. And then when we started curling down again, this is here we go. It could be a sell point, or you could probably hold it. If you're flipping it, if you're day trading it, I would have got out at that high and waited for the pullback. And I had a real strong resistance started right here when we had an RSI crossover down here. And once that RSI crossover crossed over, and we had a double fake out where it went down, it hit up, and then we went down again. And I play these double fakes. It's kind of an insurance for me to, and I'll post it up. I'll make it to where it's more visible. We come down, and then we kind of go up, and we have these little fake outs, and then we dip down one more time. So to me, that's a double fake out, and I love getting in at them levels if I know I'm in a momentum trade. So I would have got in it and probably would have got out again at my little resistance level I had at 376, 375. Try to get out before the heat. Well, right in here we touched down again, that 50-day SMA touched down on the 200, and I knew it was another buy signal. So I got in, and I sold it right up here at $4 at my resistance level that I had at 436. It went on up and ran up to 470. Well, I got a little excited after it hit 475, and I thought I could get back in here at this $4 level and it bounced back up. But instead, it faked me out, hit my stop loss, and we went down to that support level again at 331. You can see that the 50-day moving average crossed over downwards on the 200, which created a sell signal. So as a day trader, I'm looking at it again, and I'm getting another crossover right here. We bounced off that 330, so that's when I got in, because I knew prior that that was a good, strong support level, and that it liked to bounce up. You know, I could have got maybe 40 cents, 30 some cents out of this trade here. Instead, I ran it all the way up to my other level at $4 and got out. And that was my last trade of the day. Well, here we go again with another golden cross. We got the 50-day crossing up towards the 200, which would have created a buy signal. I wasn't watching it at that time, or I'd have probably got back in and flipped it for another 30 cents and got out of it before close. Well, here we go. We dipped right down to that 200-day SMA again. You can see it right here on this level. You can see it right in here where it touched down close to that 200-day, and that would give me another buy idea to get back in this stock, because it likes bouncing off that 200-day. It did break the pattern here, which kind of threw me for a loop, because I was sure this thing was going to keep going on up, but instead I got stopped out. I got back in right down here at this level of 331. Called it in the room. So we closed with a high of 450 that day. I'm going to keep these same support lines that I have in this video. I'm going to set an alert right here. I'll set it at the ask, and I'm probably will go just a little above 331. I'll set it around 335, 340, so it'll catch my attention. And I know in my heart that 331 is the one I like. I'm going to set it for below and create me a little, and you know, it's like a pivot point between that 330, 340, and 350. So, you know, I'm giving myself, and that was a great place to get stopped out of it if you were in it for a small trade right there, and it didn't do what you wanted to do. So this is the Singing Day Trader Washboard Gym. I've got this on watch. I'm going to be looking for my pullbacks, and I just wanted to show you my two moving averages that I use on one of my charts, which is the 50 and the 200-day SMA. When as a buy signal for a day trade, it's a slow tool to use. It's not like the EMA, which day traders use a lot, but I consider this to be a reliable source when it comes to day trading, because I can kind of swing it a little longer than most day traders do on an EMA. And you can follow me on StockTwits. I have a link posted below, same as Twitter. I'm in a $1,000 challenge. I didn't do too hot in it last week. I closed down about 20 bucks from under the challenge. But it's a new week, it's a new day, and I learn from my mistakes, and I learn from other people's mistakes. Everybody have a great day, and this is Wash, the Singing Day Trader.